Hello everyone and thanks for joining us. This is Amhara Media Corporation, Amhara TV, and you're watching our daily news live from the studio. I am Gaila Damu. Stay with us. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Affairs Minister Demeqe Mekonnen said changing the diplomacy landscape of Ethiopia has become pivotal as part of the country's ongoing far-reaching political and economic reforms. Brown Workana reports.
Demeqe made the remark on Monday at the opening of a 10-day training program organized by Ministry of Foreign Affairs to its diplomats serving across the world. The training aims at transforming the overall diplomatic landscapes of the nation so as to enhance the national interest of Ethiopia in the international arena. During the occasion, Demeqe said changing the diplomacy landscape of the country has become critical as part of the existing political and economic reforms of the country, noting that various reforms are underway in Ethiopia. Demeqe said despite the encouraging results of the change, there are anti-peace forces striving to reverse the positive achievements being registered in the country. According to him, the attempt to abort ongoing reforms during the past 3 years has also been manifested both at home and international level through fake news and disinformation.
ራስ ወዳድ ሀገር ጠልና ለውጥ ጠል
Those selfish and anti-peace groups have been working to destabilize the country, but the true sons of Ethiopia have been working hard in a spirit of patriotism and solidarity to reverse these evil deeds, and the country continued its journey for prosperity.
በዚህ ለውጥ መንገድ ሀገራችን ትልልቅ አጀንዳዎችን ይዛ ጉዞዋን ቀጥላለች።
The government that won the recent elections for a better journey of national change would strive to continue with the reforms, Demeqe said, stressing the need for all institutions to work in line with this ambition. Accordingly, the Deputy Prime Minister indicated that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is preparing to implement a study and build diplomatic activities that demand the objective realities of the 21st century by employing the digital diplomacy.
የዲፕሎማሲ ላንድስኬፕ ለውጥ አኳያ ለዛ የሚመጥን አሰራርና ስርዓት እንዲኖራቸው ታሳቢ ተደርጓል።
Changing the country's diplomacy landscape is an important matter to readjust and enhance Ethiopia's acceptance at the global stage in the ever-evolving modern diplomatic mission.
ዘመኑ የሚጠይቀው ስርዓት ሆኗል።
The 10-day training will focus on reforming the diplomatic missions and help the diplomats become competent in their endeavors with a view to ensuring Ethiopia's national interest at the international arena. The training will cover topics related to international and regional events, the reform at home, and digital diplomacy, among other issues.
Youths engaged in the white envelope flood to the White House movement have vowed to do whatever is required of them to make the international community understand the terrorist TPLF group and condemn its sinister plot to destroy Ethiopia. Abebe Brahani has the details.
Addis Ababa youths who joined the White Envelope Flood to White House movement have expressed their determination to expose the atrocities being committed by the terrorist TPLF to the international community. The youth said that they are taking part in the movement to show the reality on the ground in Ethiopia and reveal the truth about the terrorist TPLF and its destructive actions. They reminded the international community to realize that the terrorist group's goal is, in sum, after me the deluge. To this effect, about 5 million youths are collecting signatures for the White Envelope Flood to White House. Among the youths who joined the movement, the Lalam Makesha said, they write the letter in their names and it is addressed to the White House. The signed letter will be sent to Joe Biden administration. The female participant, Hiwat Fantahun, noted that she believes the movement will have impact on the international community. The other youth, Muluye Wakjira, said they are undertaking this movement to also serve as voice of not only their country, but also the Tigrayan youths who have become victims of the terrorist group. Youths of Tigray region are dying prematurely and they want to save the country and want this to be heard by the Joe Biden administration. The youths have expressed their readiness to fulfill their responsibilities by informing the international community about the reality in Ethiopia. The movement, which is one of the ways to save the country, called on other young people to take part and stand by their country. Another participant in the campaign, Habtamu Dergao, called on all Ethiopians to participate in the campaign to raise the awareness of the international community about the country and the present situation. Habtamu expressed that he is happy to take part in this campaign, adding that he is of course obliged to participate in the campaign to defend his nation, and this kind of thing should not be left for a single institution. All citizens who love and wish good for their country must participate in the campaign. It is to be recalled that a national youth movement that aims at exposing the conspiracy of the terrorist TPLF to disintegrate the country was officially launched on Monday at a national level. Some 5 million youths are expected to participate in the campaign across the nation that will take place until September 25th, 2021.
According to UN regional offices, United Nations has launched on Monday the first regional online portal to bring together all African countries with data and evidence on sustainable development. Fikradi Zaudu has the details.
According to a joint press release sent from UN offices, measuring and evaluating progress on the Sustainable Development Goals in Africa become much easier as the group of regional UN entities launched the first online data portal that brings together statistical data harvested across all countries on the continent. It said 17 regional UN entities under the African Regional Collaborative Platform unveiled the Africa United Nations Data for Development platform. This is the first platform to serve as a one-stop shop repository that captures high-quality data and evidence on the 2030 Agenda and the Sustainable Development Goals from all the African countries. It is also the first of its kind to read the profile of statistical progress towards the African Union Vision Agenda 2063. Assistant Secretary General Ahuna Iziakunwa, Director of the General Bureau for Africa at the United Nations Development Programme, said, with barely 9 years left to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, making use of common and harmonized data is essential to accelerate progress. The launch of this new platform marks a milestone in actions towards the Agenda 2030 and the African Union 2063 Agenda. It is also stated that reliable and collective data will allow all actors to make the best possible evidence-based policy action to accelerate the Sustainable Development Goals, strengthen collaboration, avoid unnecessary duplication, and make sure that gaps addressed, really leaving no one behind. The new data portal looks into the 17 Sustainable Development Goals and breaks them down into their 169 targets and 231 indicators, allowing everyone to track progress at the granular level. It is open to all users, including policymakers, planners, program managers, development partners, private sector organizations, civil society groups, academic institutions, researchers, students, media outlets, and many others. According to the statistician at the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, among the 169 targets set out of the Sustainable Development Goals, only 30% of them are quantifiable. For the rest of the unquantifiable targets, the online platform goes ahead to propose target values by using a pragmatic and ambitious approach. It identifies the region's outstanding countries and sets their average rate of change at the region's target rate. The new data engine also gives users the ability to classify the statistics by various dimensions, such as the 8 regional economic communities recognized by the African Union, least developed countries, landlocked developing nations, and oil-producing mineral-rich states. Additionally, it repackages the data by key thematic issues. For example, users can categorize Sustainable Development Goal indicators by agriculture, energy, and health, allowing them to not only analyze the specific progress at the country level, but also examine the convergence, similarities and differences among a variety of sub-regional blocks and topics. Economic Commission for Africa Center for Statistics Director Oliver Chingania said, Africa is a continent with great potential and clear aspiration as articulated in the African Union's Agenda 2063. He added, the transformation requires quality, timely, and disaggregated data to guide targeted investment and ensure that the desired return in its human capital development, environmental sustainability, economic transformation, and prosperity for all. Building on the existing infrastructure developed by Economic Commission for Africa, the Africa United Nations Data Portal consolidates statistics from platforms and technological tools available at United Nations entities. UNFPA Eastern Southern African Regional Director Banet Nidiambangi stated that the aim is to reduce the burden on countries in terms of responding to data needs and avoid repeated data requests from various organizations. The director added this portal brings fragmented data from member states into one place, and this information can also be used by United Nations agencies and other partners. The data portal is expected to be used in progress reports on the Sustainable Development Goals and other Sustainable Development documents. It can also be used to prepare speeches and presentations for senior leadership of governments and institutions, as well as to stimulate policy conversations. For instance, for voluntary national reviews and other policy discussions around sustainable development agendas, particularly to facilitate deep analysis. The portal can also be cited by media outlets, research institutions, and other organizations to conduct further studies.
That's all the news we have for today. I'm Gaila Damu. Many thanks for watching. Stay safe and goodbye.
Thank you.